University of Wisconsin-Madison Intramural Sports Captain's Video.
The Competitive Sports Office is located in the back of the Natatorium, 2000 Observatory Drive, room 1025. During the academic year, the office will be open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Email us at imsports@recsports.wisc.edu. For weather questions, call the weather hotline, 608-262-4756.
All members wishing to participate in intramural sports must purchase the Intramural Sports Pass. The following pass options are available. Year Pass. Students can purchase a year pass at $45 at the beginning of the fall semester through Thanksgiving. This pass gives students all access to intramural sport offerings for the fall, spring, and summer semesters. Students may participate in one single-gendered and one co-rec team per sport when offered. Semester Pass. Students can purchase a semester pass for $25 at the beginning of each semester. This is ideal for students that will graduate at the end of the fall semester or for students studying abroad one semester. Students may participate in one single-gendered and one co-rec team per sport when offered in the semesters in which the pass is purchased. Team Pass. Students can purchase a team pass at $15 for each team they would like to compete in per semester. This pass is ideal for students only interested in playing on a single team per semester. Students that purchase a team pass can upgrade to a semester or year pass at any point. Students that wish to play on multiple teams in one sport are encouraged to purchase the semester pass.
Purchasing a pass. All passes can be purchased through IM Leagues. Captains are not able to create a team without purchasing their individual pass and successfully passing the captain's quiz. Participants will not be able to join a team without purchasing their individual pass. All teams will be placed on the waiting list in their respective league until the minimum number of required players to participate is met. The minimum player requirement can be found in the IM Handbook located in the Handbook section of IM Leagues. Refunds. Team Pass refunds will only be given if the league does not have enough space for the team or competitive sports is unable to facilitate participation for the team. If a student is unable to participate in over half of the season of the sport in which they purchased the team pass due to injury or other extenuating circumstances, they can email the Competitive Sports Office for a refund request. Semester and year passes will only be refunded under extenuating circumstances. The IM Council will hear all requests for refunds for the semester and year pass.
Competitive. The competitive league is intended for those teams that have had some experience with organized play in that sport. This league is designed for teams whose primary objective is to win games. Recreational. The recreational league is designed for teams whose primary objective is to enjoy intramural sports and to have fun. Winning is secondary. Open. For some sports, an open league will be the only division offered as the amount of space available and the number of teams dictate only one league offering. The open league will have a mix of both competitive and recreational players.
Participation. All participants must purchase some form of the intramural pass to participate in intramural sports. Participants may only compete in one single-gender team and one co-rec team when offered. Participants are not allowed to play on two single-gendered teams or two co-rec teams. Captains are responsible for ensuring the accuracy of their team's roster before playoffs begin. Rosters may be viewed at any time on IM Leagues. Players may be added to the roster at any time online at IM Leagues or at the game site, provided they are eligible and meet all of the requirements. Any team that uses an ineligible player during the regular season will forfeit that game. Any team that uses an ineligible player during the playoffs will forfeit the game and be immediately dropped from further competition. Eligibility. In order to participate in intramural sports, all fee-paying students are eligible to participate. Faculty and staff must have a valid rec sports membership. All participants must activate their account on IM Leagues prior to play. Defaults. If less than the minimum number of required players of a team have checked in with the supervisor at the scheduled location within 10 minutes of the scheduled time of the contest, the supervisor will declare the contest a default. A default carries a $25 fee which can be paid online using your IM Leagues account. Teams wishing to cancel a game must have their captain or co-captain email the intramural sports staff at imsports@recsports.wisc.edu by 12 p.m. the day of the contest with their name, their team name, the league of play, and their intent to cancel. Once a cancellation has been granted, the request cannot be overturned. Cancellations made after 12 p.m. the day of the contest will result in the team captain being charged the $25 default fee. Phone cancellations and defaults are not accepted. Weather. In case of inclement weather, call the Rec Sports hotline at 262-4756, extension 4 for cancellation information. All efforts will be made to announce cancellations by 3 p.m. on weekdays. Regular season games are only rescheduled in extreme circumstances. Playoff games canceled due to inclement weather will be rescheduled and most likely pushed to the following day, subsequently pushing all other games in that bracket back a day. Please check IM Leagues for schedule revisions. ID policy. All participants must have a valid UW ID card or Rec Sports membership card that swipes into Fusion. If a participant forgets their UW ID card, they can still gain access by using a courtesy pass, as long as they have another valid photo ID or have a picture in Fusion. Valid photo IDs include a photo in their Fusion profile, a driver's license, a passport, or any government-issued photo ID. Courtesy passes may be issued up to 6 times per semester for participants. This includes entries into facilities. Numbers are reset at the beginning of every semester. Playoff eligibility. Teams participating in the A or B league that have achieved a 4.0 or higher sportsmanship rating, less than 2 of any combination of defaults, forfeits, or cancellations, and achieve a regular season record of 500 or better will advance to playoffs. Note that any team not given the opportunity to play 50% or more of the regular scheduled games, example, games canceled due to rain, not including defaults or forfeits, will be placed into playoffs. Playoff bracketing procedures. The week following the end of regular season, a blank bracket will be posted. Teams will be ranked by their winning percentage, with the tiebreaker being accumulated sportsmanship points. Further ties will be broken randomly by the system. Starting at a time designated by the league coordinator, teams will select their position in the bracket based on seed. Note, it is better to pick your playoff path based on availability rather than competition. If a qualifying team misses their designated draft time, they can jump into the order where it stands and select at that time. If a team fails to choose their playoff spot, the league coordinator reserves the right to choose that team's spot in the playoffs. Ejections. The competitive sports staff reserves the right to eject any individual, team, or spectator who interrupts the flow of a game in any manner. Players may be ejected before, during, and after any contest, and by any Rec Sports staff member. Reinstatement. To regain eligibility, the ejected person must complete each of the following. Prepare a written statement detailing the events surrounding the incident. Include an outline of the events surrounding ejection, actions that led to the ejection, assurance that the behavior will not occur again, suggestion for appropriate disciplinary action, and how the behavior will be avoided in the future. The statement should be sent to the coordinator of competitive sports, and schedule an appointment to meet with the coordinator of competitive sports. Please check out the Intramural Sports Handbook for further information.
Sportsmanship rating system. Competitive sports expects all participants and spectators to conduct themselves in a sportsmanlike manner. Unsportsmanlike conduct or other inappropriate behavior occurring in recreational sports indoor or outdoor facilities before, during, or after intramural events will not be tolerated. All teams will begin each game with a 4.0 sportsmanship rating. By showing good sportsmanship throughout the game, teams can earn a 5.0. If a team doesn't show any good sportsmanship, but doesn't show any bad sportsmanship either, they will remain at a 4.0 for that game. If sportsmanship problems arise during the game, teams will lose more points from their sportsmanship rating. As your team captain, you have the ability to influence the level of teamwork on your team. Teamwork is defined as the combined actions of a group of people. One example of teamwork in intramural sports is holding your teammates accountable for their actions so your team's overall sportsmanship rating is not affected by one member's poor actions.
Sport rules. Players. A match shall be played by 2 teams, each consisting of not more than 6 players. Each team must have 4 players to begin a game. If a team does not have 4 players present within the 10-minute grace period, the game will be declared a default. In co-rec games, the number of men and women on the court may differ by no more than 2. 3-3, 2-3, 2-2, or 3-1. Player equipment. A player shall not wear anything that may be dangerous to him or herself or another player. This includes jewelry, watches, metal cleats, and caps and bandanas. Shoes must be worn. No sandals, boots, or bare feet are permitted. Rec Sports will furnish game balls. Bring your own equipment for warm-up. Volleyballs are available for checkout in the towel room and the locker room with your whisk card. Game format. A match will consist of 3 games using rally point scoring. The first 2 games are played to 25 points. The first team to 25 points wins. If a third game is necessary, it will be played to 15 points. The first team to 15 points wins. The best 2 out of 3 games. The team is leading when the 45-minute time limit is up wins. If time expires, the team leading at that point will be declared the winner of the game. If the game is tied, one more serve will occur. Each team may call 2 30-second timeouts per match. No timeouts may be called during the last minute of play. Substitutions. Officials must be notified for a substitution. All substitutions will be made at the back center position. All substitutions must make 1 complete rotation. Players arriving late may only enter at the center back position when his or her team has a serve. The free substitution rule is in effect, meaning you may sub any number of times. Game rules. A ball striking the ceiling or an overhead obstruction above a playable area shall remain in play provided the ball contacts the ceiling or obstruction on the side of the net that is occupied by the team that played the ball last, and the ball is legally played again by the same team. Players may not go onto another court to play a ball. The location of a player's feet will serve as the basis for this call. When a ball touches a boundary line, it is considered inbounds. Out of bounds includes the walls, objects, or the officials on the floor outside the court, the ceiling or overhead obstructions beyond the vertical plane of the net and its out-of-bound extension, the net outside the vertical tape markers, net antennas, net supports, or referee's platform. A coin toss will determine serve and side of play. Teams will change serves and playing area for subsequent games. Jump serve is illegal in recreational leagues. Penalty is a side out. Co-rec. The rotation must be male-female and a clockwise rotation. Exception. If the number of players is odd, no more than 2 persons of the same gender may serve consecutively. If so, it is a side out. Players on the serving team shall not perform actions which intentionally screen or obstruct their opponent's view of the server. More game rules. A player may touch the floor across the center line or its out-of-bound extensions with 1 or both hands, provided a part of the foot, feet, or hands remains on or above the center line. Contacting the floor across the center line or its out-of-bound extension with any other part of the body is illegal. Contacting the net or any part of it, including the net supports or the net antennas, while the ball is in play is prohibited, except by a player's hair or unless the force of the ball by an opponent pushes the net or supports into a player. Illegal hits. A backline player shall not participate in a block or an attempt to block, or attack a ball which is completely above the top of the net while positioned on or in front of the 10-foot spiking line or its out-of-bound extensions. A yellow-red card system for sportsmanship will be in place. Officials may issue a yellow card or warning or a red card ejection for the following offenses: verbally abusing another player, teammate, or spectator, persistently breaking the rules, shows by word or action dissent from any decision given by the official, is guilty of unsportsmanlike behavior. If the official gives 2 yellow cards or 1 red card to the same person, whether it be a player, substitute, coach, or fan, that person will be ejected from the remainder of the contest. The person must also meet with a rec sports staff member to be reinstated. This concludes the Intramural Sports Volleyball Captains Meeting. The Captains Quiz, found on IM Leagues, must be completed with a score of 80% or higher before a team can be created. Feel free to contact us at imsports@recsports.wisc.edu with your questions or comments. Thank you, and good luck this year.